So Jazz joined the Down to Business podcast today, and she is someone who is a true verse entrepreneur who likes to dibble and dabble in a little bit of everything from, running and maintaining her own car dealership to even, getting in the party promoting space. And she will have a club sometime this year, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But all in all, she really just spoke about the ability to be able to put others in position, from friends, from families, from even strangers. But she also talked about the fact that, she has a lot of responsibility and weight on her shoulders, and a lot of people look to her to be that provider and to be that caretaker, and how it's not always as easy as it looks. So without further ado, enjoy episode 88, Spread the Wealth.
What's going on, everybody? Just like to welcome you back to another episode of the Down to Business podcast here with Tamara Turner. And I'm sitting down with a grind guru. That's what I'm gonna call her, man. I'm sitting down with somebody who, like, really from the time we met, from the time I was able to really get acquainted with her at ECU and things like that, she was just all about the business, man. Really makes the podcast Down to Business, like, really makes that come to life type thing. Like somebody who, was but genuine at the same time, real genuine individual, always trying to put you in position if that was what you were on at the same time, but somebody who she ain't play when it came to everything, man. So Jazz really be on it, and but even to go on to graduate, to even still follow her story, see the success, but only see her, it just gets bigger and bigger. Everything that she does, it just gets bigger and bigger. Just when you think, she had it this way, she good, she locked in. Another accomplishment, another just something else added to the inventory and to the arsenal. So, man, I'm definitely excited to be sitting down with her today, for her to give y'all, a little bit of what she could do, and possibly even help a lot of y'all out, because she definitely been blessing the folks in NC. So, Jazz, how you doing, man? What's going on?
Doing good, man. Chilling, long day. Finally in before 7. It's a good day.
All right. See, she said in before 7. I feel her. So that just lets you know how long the days get sometimes. So, I know we're going to have people from either side. I know you're going to have your folks tapping in. I know I'm going to have my folks tapping in. I know we even going to get some newcomers along the way. So can you just tell people a little bit about yourself? And then can you just give us, what brings you on the Down to Business podcast today?
Yeah. My name is Jass. I'm from Henderson, 25. I don't know. A lot of people probably don't know where. I mean, some people know where it's at. People is from North Carolina, like near Raleigh and stuff. Like they know where it's at in Durham. But I mean, yeah, that's where I'm from. Went to ECU. Met Tamara at ECU. You know what I'm saying? He was always involved in extracurricular stuff. Real smart. You know what I'm saying? So he was cool. But other than that, man, just an entrepreneur out here trying to get it every day, every day something, trying to be better, trying to do something different, trying to work on something different. It don't never really stop. It's just all the time thing. But, it got its advantages though too. So
On now, like you said, in before 7, busy day, good day, you definitely grinding. But as you said too, the grind pays off, man. You work hard, sometimes you can even play just that much harder.
Yeah.
So you said it from the rip, entrepreneur. So what do you? I know what you got going on. I know what CEO Clutch got popping and what y'all really been doing. But I also know you got some other things up your belt. So can you just give people, a little look into what you're doing currently, what you have been able to add, and everything like that to your belt?
Yeah, so the first thing I got is a car dealership. It's kind of not really going high right now because or it's not really like on fire like it like it was, because the used car market is so messed up so bad. So I kind of took a little step back from it for now, just until the market get right. The market has crashed right now with the cars. So you got cars that was normally worth this price is now worth $5,000-$7,000 more. You know what I'm saying? So it's rough out here. Like, shoot, my car, my Camaro was paid off, man. They offered me like 65%, 70% of what I paid 5 years ago. So, cars supposed to depreciate, not appreciate. So right now they're appreciated. So whoever got cars making a lot of money, but inventory it's hard to get right now because everything is just so messed up. But the other thing I got into in the meantime, when that slowed down some, was the trucking company, CEO Clutch Transport. I kind of based all my names off of the name Clutch. I used to call myself that when I was in high school playing ball and shit. I used to be like addicted to watching Kobe and shit. So that's just really that. The trucking, I just got another truck. So I mean, the goal is to expand the fleet, at least about 5 or 6 trucks, being that that's not my main hustle, but it is a very good hustle, lucrative, but it can be annoying sometimes too, very annoying. So it's just like, but it's worth it though, it's worth it. And then I'm into promoting. I throw parties a lot in Raleigh, North Carolina right now. I started off throwing them when I went to ECU. A lot of people didn't even know that was me throwing them. I just had a brand name. I just never, if you knew, you knew. If you didn't, you just did. But I was always behind the scenes though. So yeah, I had a lot of parties on back then. But then I took a break, moved, migrated, to other areas, try to do stuff in other areas because the party life got so messed up at ECU where they weren't really letting us have nothing. It was getting shut down, all type of stuff. So I was like, yeah, this ain't even really my thing. I really get into the club thing. So then I got into that. And so like now I'm real heavy into it. Really trying to get my own spot because I'm tired of using other people's spots. It's always been my dream to get a club. Like that's really what I'm into. That's my dream. Like that's my goal. That's like something I really love to do. I mean the other stuff is cool, but this is like my passion though. Is promoting and having a good time, bringing people out, having everybody lit, what I'm saying, having the best moves, It feel good to know you the reason why a lot of people around your surroundings having fun. So yeah, that's that, because when I do that, I'm gonna try to employ a lot of people around me that that can help me out with it. You know what I'm saying? Put everybody in the position so they can grow too as well. That's the same way I got my trucking company. I try to encourage whoever's working for me, like, hey, save up your money. We can go in on something so you can have at least some percentage, even if you don't have 100% ownership. So you'll still be making way more than you would be making if you were just working for me. You know what I'm saying? We could actually be in business together. For those who do want to save their money, you know what I'm saying? The option is always there. You know, yeah, so and then I'm into real estate too. So right now I got a project I'm working on that's almost finished. It should be finished in like February. Then after we just have to have inspections and then we'll put it on the market. Then I'll be looking for my next one, my next flip. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually flipping it, like selling it, putting it on the market. So there'll be a video recap on that too, some slight just for my first one. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's the main thing right now. And I like to travel. That's like my favorite thing to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really not into all that other flashy stuff. I like jewelry, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I just like to travel and have a good time. I love to get lit when I
Yeah,
can.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll work all day and still go get lit that night just because I'm just used to it by now. You know what I'm saying? Not every night though, but yeah, some nights, you know what I'm saying? So that's really it.
Yeah, man, you gotta have that balance. And damn, I lost track. I was trying to count on the hands, everything you had going on. I couldn't do it, man. And yo, I ain't even really get the people hit, but it was definitely one of those if you know type things at ECU. Yo,
Yeah.
when I tell y'all, she was throwing the parties, and it was folks asking like, yo, who is behind this? Like, where
Dudes
is
that
that? Like,
got the
how
move.
did this happen? Like, best party of the joint though. But what kind of really stood out to me about it was she didn't care to be recognized. Like, she didn't like the recaps and stuff happened. It was what it was. But at the end of the day, like, was she? Did she want to really be front and center on all of that? No, she wasn't even using her name at that point. So it was really a if you know type thing. But why that stood out to me was because at the end of the day, like I remember ECU. I remember how at some points it was clout chasing. I remember how at some points people was the party scene got done bad from
Yeah,
big
facts.
tickets to
So
just we
man.
could get into it, man. It
Yeah,
got real. Like we was losing venues, violence, all of
yeah,
that. So it was just like the fact that somebody can recognize what's going on here, but also want to take matters into their own hands and then make it happen, but then not even want really. Like you said, I ain't in the lights, the camera, and all of that stuff. Look, y'all do all of that. I'm gonna make sure that the paperwork is right, that the
facts.
venue is cool, that
Facts.
everything, the business, the logistics behind it. So to me, that was just like that's that business mindset already. So something that kind of it piques my curiosity a little bit. So at what point did you realize, like, obviously, you hit these different things at different stages in your life, but at what point did you realize, you really wanted to get into your own, like, ownership, just having the own brand, just having the own thing? Did
I
it
just
start with the
got
parties at ECU? Did it start before that?
I
Like,
got
when was you really like,
issues. I had issues all my life being in control. So I just type of person. Growing up, I hated being told what to do by teachers. I felt like if I was doing my work, I can talk or I can be on my phone. Like, why not? I ain't messing with nobody. I didn't do what I supposed to do, and I always got in trouble. For talking back. Not like OD trouble, but like I used to get a little write-ups for talking back, but it will always be because I just didn't understand why people wouldn't see it from my point of view, or why I couldn't be in control of what's going on without realizing like I'm still obviously still a child, or I'm still under authority, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I really ain't stopped getting in trouble until I was like in high school, and that's only because I was playing ball, and I wanted to stay playing ball. You know what I'm saying? Like I had made varsity as a freshman, you know what I'm saying? So that was like a big deal. So I just started trying to be more focused after my freshman year type thing on ball. Like that's what I really wanted to do for a long period of time. But I was going to early college to this like advanced type of school where you go to college and high school at the same time. So I ended up staying an extra year there because it was a 5-year program, but you end up getting like a 2-year degree and a high school degree and all this other extra stuff to get ahead. So basically, they would let you were getting a year ahead of people. Like so, when I was going to ECU, I really was way ahead. I just came in as a freshman because by law they said, or by the rules, I had to live on campus because it was my first year. But I really was already basically a junior. You get what I'm saying? And I was coming in as a freshman, but I was really a junior. So I was really,
Sure.
yeah. So it's like,
Yeah, I remember that. I used to hate that rule too. You got to stay on campus that
yeah,
first year. It's
yeah.
just like, yeah, nah,
Yeah,
it's not.
so like I just always been like, man, because at first I went to school for health fitness specialist. So I got a degree in like kinesiology, so and exercise science. So I really wanted to own my own gym, but then I realized like it was easier said than done. I realized there wasn't a lot of money in it compared to how much work I was gonna be doing. They told me I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. and finish days at 7 p.m. to really be the type of trainer that people need. But that wasn't a hard thing to do. But the money compared to the work ethic, it just didn't even make sense to me. So that's when I just started pursuing other things. That's when I got into the party thing. I realized like, shoot, I like to have fun, and I know what I like to do to have fun. And I feel like, I was throwing house parties. I'm like, man, these two come to the house parties. I was likable, you know what I'm saying? I was cool, so then I just started throwing parties, you know what I'm saying? So I just went from there. That's how I just really like being in control. I'm a Virgo. So now I can control my life. Can't nobody essentially tell me nothing to do. Can't nobody tell me what to do ever, you know what I'm saying? So I just kind of like the fact that I control my life and I can now finally do what I want to do. So that was really it. Like I even got in trouble in college, like whole lot. Almost kicked out of the class because I really just didn't understand why I couldn't do what I wanted to do. But that ended up turning out good because me and the professor, she was like, man, you so freaking smart. Like I can't even be mad at you. Like, you know what I'm saying? She ended up writing me a letter of recommendation to get into a program. So like it just ended up turning into something good, So at the end of the day, she was like, I already know you're just gonna be the type of person that's just gonna do what you want. Like you gonna have that last say so. So that's just really it.
It's
But
a fact, man. But just hearing that too, I hear two things. I really hear discipline, but I also hear maturity because I know plenty of people that just love that control thing. I feel like to a certain extent, everybody loves control. Like
yeah,
you
nah,
just
facts.
nobody like let's be real, nobody really wants to be told what to
Told what
do.
to
But
do.
also too, you got to recognize, bro. You got to read the room in a sense, as they say. Like you can't. It's just a certain time and a place. Like you said, you wasn't wilding out on why you was just not understanding why people couldn't see it from your perspective. You did what you had to do. You handled your business at the end of the day. And I feel like sometimes that's where the disconnect can come in. People, want the control, want the power, want
Yeah,
everything
I
that
want to
comes
put
with
the
it.
work.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's a lot
it's
of
a
people like
it's
that.
a trade off. The balance is not going to be there. You can't want to call the shots, want to do everything. Not want to be told from outside influence or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But behind closed doors, you lazy
And
or
I
you're
have
not
those
really doing
days though that I really just be like, man. But then I have a reality check myself, like, boom, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do this, like, whether you want to or not. That's when I'll just, find something to look forward to if I finish that. You kind of gotta like motivate yourself some days. Some days really are shitty, like you don't feel like doing what you're supposed to do. Like it's just like going to work. The only bad thing is if you don't do it, you're not gonna get paid. Like if you don't go to work, you're not gonna get paid. So it's just like one of the things is, if I can ever get so much ahead and be like whole bunch of M's up, then I can have more days than I have right now. You know what I'm saying? Why I just be like wake up and like fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I'll do this tomorrow.
Right.
That's the
And
only
that's
time I
ultimately,
really
I feel like that should be the goal, though. That should, eventually with
like I can
anything,
do that
is
now, but I can't do it like how the millionaires are doing it. Like, so I'm trying to be like them. So now I'm like, okay, you can't really have those days. I wonder where you had them days when I could really have them days. You know what I'm saying? So
less. Yeah, some folks literally waking up, no worries.
then
Ain't got to
nowhere
figure
is
out nothing
what
to do.
they just
Waking up
go.
on vacation,
Yeah, they go to the
traveling.
beach house. They'll go wherever. They just fly out for a couple of days.
Come on
Man,
now.
do whatever. You know.
Yeah. The day I'm buying flights the same day, that's how I know I'm good.
Yeah,
Cool.
well,
The day I don't gotta get on there and start looking at prices
dial bags. Yeah, you just
2 weeks out. And
oh,
yeah, the day I just wake up, yo,
I've done that a few times though, you know what I'm saying? Not the day of, but the day before, the night before, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But yeah, it really is a good feeling being able to go wherever you want to go, you know. And I'm a saver, so I save a lot, you know what I'm saying? So when I do take an L, don't really hurt as bad because I save so much to the point where like it just eats away from whatever I got saved. You know, it's not like all I got or this, that, and the third, you know. So I like to think ahead and be prepared for the rainy days. I mean, I like to buy things and have nice things, but I save way more than it looks like. People probably think I just blow money, but they don't understand how much I save. You know what I'm saying? So that's really like a main thing with me is saving. You know, saving my money and
it's
investing
important
it,
though.
and use not just saving it, but actually using it for things. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Allow it to make money while
yeah,
you
like
allow it to
wait,
make yourself, make
yeah,
your investment back. The
yeah,
minute I don't gotta, if I'm not putting in no labor or no physical man hours, but I know I got money making money,
yeah.
come on, yo, that's a blessing in disguise for sure, for
Like a
sure.
lot of
So
people I know into stocks and stuff, but I'm not really into
yeah,
that. But so instead of
yeah,
doing stuff like stocks, I put my money in other stuff to make just as much money as stocks. You know what I'm saying? So
come on now.
yeah, so it's just one of them things, you know.
It's a lot of opportunities out here. So just in hearing, I hear a lot about, what you do. And for me, the average person like involved in these industries is not really having it the way you have it, not really being able to give their all in every facet and everything. So with your industry, something that I remember when you first started, like with the dealership and the cars and just different things like that. I remember you had hopped on IG one time and you was basically just like, cause look, y'all, like I'm gonna just get a little bit of the background. So how I see Jazz at times. And it's good, like, because at the end of the day, Jazz is business. That's all, straightforward, gonna be genuine with you, 100, real, keep it with you. But she don't play, yo. So at the end of the day, like, she ever feel disrespected, if she ever feel, talked down on me, like you made her feel dumb or something like that, you gonna feel her, yo. Like you gonna feel
Thanks.
her, however that is. So I
Thanks.
remember one time when she was really like when the dealership was really popping off, when you was just hitting it heavy, posting every day type joints. So I remember a couple times you got on there and was just like, yo, folks really think I don't know my numbers. I don't know my business. I don't know, what I got going on just because of who I am and just because of what I got going on and maybe how I'm in the industry and everything like that. And I just continue to watch, because typically when you hear, not typically, but when you hear things like that sometimes, or when you see people going through troubles, struggles, just different things like that, it can take away a lot of motivation. It can make you not want to do that anymore. It can make you kind of almost doubt yourself in a sense. But in turn, honestly, it did the opposite for you. It motivated you. It made you go harder. And I see more cars getting sold, more families
Yeah.
being happy.
They was trying to finesse
So
me when I first got in the game.
yeah. So what was that like? I need to hear that. Like, how did you? One, you knew you was being finessed, but two, how do you still keep a professional rebound and continue
Yeah.
to do what you want to do?
That was really hard because I ain't gonna lie. I'm really like a minority, and then on top of that, I'm like a female. There's really like no female dealers. If it is, it's like they're with their husband or maybe their brother or somebody in the family or like something like that. You know, I like really was a female who owned my own, and I would go check out my own cars, go bid on my own cars. Like I ain't buy nothing without knowing what was going on with the car. I knew how to diagnose all the cars. Like I learned, I taught myself over time. You know what I'm saying? So all the money I made was based on me picking out a car. I ain't have no mechanics to go with me before. I would just use them after the fact. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, I picked out some pretty good cars for the not have no knowledge on cars. You know what I'm saying? I just learned the main things. I'm saying, and I sold a lot of cars. So it was just a lot of little hatred. You know what I'm saying? Then sometimes it was a lot of discrimination. You know, I would go into like more like I say just more areas or more auctions where it was more of like the other race, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking like the other minority race. And so a lot of times you don't get treated the same. It's really like just a thing. Like, it's just really a lot of them don't even realize they're doing it. It's just what it is. They think you're just in there freeloading or just not. And I'll go up in that mug and I'll buy like 5, 6 cars. And they be like, well, how are you so confident in this car? I always go drive it before I buy it. I go the day before and I stay all day and drive any car I'm interested in because it's a bid. So you might not win every bid, but you pick certain cars you want to bid on. You know what I'm saying? I would go all day the day before in the cold. It don't matter in the hot, whatever. I spend the night and then in the morning I go to the auction. A lot of people are lazy. They don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I would always win a lot of cars just by putting my hand up for extra time because then they like, man, I don't know if I could go that high because, you know, I don't really know what's going on with the car, you know, so that's really like my secret, you feel me? So I don't really think nobody on here, it don't matter. We don't go to the same spot. So even if you use my secret, or you can use my secret, whatever, you know, but a lot of people don't do that, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll go do my notes that night, all that stuff like that. So it was just like one of them things where it's just, I just was just like a different person and then I was a girl. So it was just like, you know, it was just like that, you know what I'm saying? But I sold over half of my cars to like white people and stuff. Like if you look on my page, it's a lot of them. Like it's
Right.
more of them and than it is my own people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's how you know I had good stuff. Cause like they didn't know me, you know what I'm saying? You know, and they're a little bit more knowledgeable on cars than we are. We so eager, we so fast, we want to always buy this, and something could be wrong with it. We're like, oh well, but they not buying nothing if it's like something serious wrong with it, unless they can work out a deal on it. But they're not making a lot of them not making ill-advised decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
And folks know how to negotiate, man, especially when it
yeah,
comes to cars,
yeah,
man. That's a totally different battle.
yeah,
That's a battle
definitely,
because that's something that that's an investment. Yo, I need this
definitely,
I need longevity out of this. I'm not thinking
yeah,
cars. I'm not thinking short term. Yo, I'm thinking long term. Just because short term, I could go get another car. I can do that. I can get right if those opportunities present themselves. But no, when I'm thinking of a car, I'm thinking years, yo. Like I need this joint to be able to get me A to B,
that's
travel years.
real.
I need all that,
Yeah,
minimal maintenance on it.
yeah.
But you spoke to the effort, bro. You said you pulling up cold, rain, snow, shine, whatever. You
I'm
said you
pulling up
spending
and getting the
hours.
car. I'm pulling up on Sundays. I don't need to
Yeah.
pull up at night. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got my conceal, so I be ready. I just be like, sometime maybe I'll bring somebody with me if I felt a little sketched out about it. But half the time, man, I try not to do that. But if it was in a case where the customer like, yo, this is the only time I come. Like one guy, the only time he could get there was about 10 o'clock that night. Had my homeboy ride with me. We made the deal. I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was one of them things like a lot of people weren't willing to do that, but I was, you know, so it was just one of them things like that. So that's really how they go. And I always would price my cars a couple $100 more than what I knew I really wanted. So eventually at the end of the day, the customer think they won, but really I won because that's what I wanted the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was just
Come
one
on
of
now.
them things where you always got to make the customer feel like they're in control, you know? That's how you make your money. Same way anything. You always gotta make the customer feel like they're in control whether they right or wrong. They're right always.
Come on now. The customer could be dead wrong, and
Yep.
you know they
The
dead wrong,
customer
but
like yep.
you gotta make them feel like the most correct person on this earth right now for
Millionaire
this. Yeah,
told me
yeah,
that. Millionaire told me that. The customer is always right even when they're wrong.
always.
So
You can't. I can't finesse it no other way, man. No matter how bad you want to, you
yeah,
can know that thing like the back of your hand.
for sure.
You got it. All right. Let me figure it out then. Let me finesse it finagle. Okay. So I mean I'm hearing like yo, you got a little bit of everything, but at the same time you really are making it happen, but you're still expanding and going with it. So something that really interests me is the party scene. It's also interesting to me just because of where you started and then where you are now and then where
Yeah.
you're trying to go. So to start, I'm thinking about Greenville, 2-5, different things like that. Then I'm thinking about where you are now. Raleigh, making things happen in NC. I done seen the events. I done seen who you bringing out. I done seen the recaps, all of that. You be having. I'm jealous. I'm in Florida. I need y'all to bring it down here because we got some. Because the promoters down here, I mean, they doing it, but they ain't really. We used to ECU was lit. We used to like we really get
Big
down.
parties
So
and
we
stuff,
know
yeah.
how, like you said, we know how to have fun. We know how things should really go. And when you go to other places, you just be like, oh, all
Yeah.
right. So this, this
Yeah,
ain't really,
yeah. I've been a lot of
yeah.
things
So
like
it's just
that. Yeah.
you make certain vow. Yeah. So how did you really immerse yourself into the Raleigh scene? Was it kind of easy, or I'm having a feeling that obviously it was North Carolina, it was connected. When it comes to the party scene, everybody knows prominent promoters, who is really who's really doing what. But for the success, for the people that you've been able to bring out, for what I've been seeing, how did you really how did this really get coordinated, and how did everything kind of come together? How do you make so many connections in this industry?
Well, really, like being from Henderson, some of them like actually live in Raleigh now or moved to Raleigh when they finished college. Cause I've been finished college a couple years back, like 2016. I finished college. You get what I'm saying? So back then, people would graduate in college and then move into Raleigh. Then a couple of the people I went to a lot, well, not even a couple, a lot of people I went to school with ended up moving to Raleigh. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of them cities where a lot of people were migrating to, and I was putting two and two together, like, hey, they in Raleigh, they in Raleigh. You know what I'm saying? Then one of my mans, he lived in Raleigh, so I ended up meeting another dude. I ended up meeting my other homie, and we ended up just throwing a couple parties together. You know what I'm saying? So even with throwing those couple parties together, I ended up being on some shit like, I want to keep throwing parties. I want to keep throwing parties. So they were already throwing parties. So it was one of them things where I kind of just came in with them. You know what I'm saying? I never really, branched off. We were just working together for a little while. Then I wanted to kind of get into other demographics because, I'm from Henderson. So a lot of parties I was throwing really wasn't reaching out to that crowd. You know what I'm saying? They're just a different type of crowd. They like a different type of vibe. It's really hood. It's really a street vibe that they looking for. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, in this, they looking for the girls, and they looking for where they can, stand on couches and pop bottles. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things where that's when I started throwing parties with my cousin, And so, and then on top of throwing parties with my cousin, you know what I'm saying, just going out, like really starting to connect. Cause like when I first started throwing parties here in like 2019, I wasn't really going out here like that. So a lot of people, they knew of me, this, that, and the third, but they didn't really know me. But when I started like actually going out on my own, oh, that's when it was over. I met everybody. And I'm a people person, but I'm not a people person. Like, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not easily approachable, but I am approachable. It just depends, you know what I'm saying? But when I get to talking to people, we instantly click. And like a lot of people, anywhere I go, a lot of people gonna know me. You know what I'm saying? Any like I'm getting in, they're not even charging me to get in, even though I'm not a freeloader, you know what I'm saying? I'm just really the one. When I walk up to the door, they're like, nah, you good, like let's go, you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things where I just got make connections like that, And when I go out, we go crazy, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes that plays a part in like, being a promoter. You gotta go show love at other spots, you know what I'm saying? Buy a couple bottles. It's really like, the money circulating, you know what I'm saying? Because the reality, you can't expect people to come to your party if you don't go to theirs, you know what I'm saying? Not saying you gotta fuck with everybody, but you get what I'm saying. If you cool with whoever throwing that party, or you see a lot of people going, it don't hurt sometimes to post their flyer, go to their party, buy a booth, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times the favor get returned, if it's genuine anyways, you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of the things. After that, it was over, I'm cool, I get, I know a lot of dudes who get to it, you know what I'm saying, who business mind and all this, and I know a lot of girls. So it's just like they go hand in hand with each other because you need the girls to have a party, but you also need them dudes who gonna buy them booths to be in there too. Or them boss ladies, because there's a lot of ladies out here buying sections and stuff now. Like, it's crazy. The girls is getting money. The girls getting a lot of money right now. We'll say that. So
They have it. I'm telling you,
I
they
can't
have
just
it.
say guys just buy booths no more because the girls is buying these booths too. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. And yeah, something that makes me think about too is that I feel like people will forget, and not even just forget, just we human beings, like it's unintentional, but people will forget, how many supporters they had, how many
yeah,
things
facts.
people really show love for. But something you will never forget, yo, is who didn't show love.
Nah,
That's for some reason, no matter what you do, no
that's
matter
facts,
where you
man.
go, it's just something about that business, that entrepreneur, that creative mindset. Yo, you just never forget who
I
didn't show
never
love.
forget nothing. And my problem is I really don't care about materialistic thing. I'm really like a principled person, like a simple person. I care more about spending time with people versus them giving me anything versus them. I just feel like, if I fuck with you, like I'm going over and beyond to be here. If I was supposed to be here with you or celebrate something, it's your birthday, or you just want to have a weekend out, I really value relationships, you know what I'm saying? So when the same isn't done in return for me, yeah, like, I let it go a couple times after that. I'm like, I can't even fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'm not going to be the only one. Like, I'm a genuine person, but I'm not no fucking sucker either, though, you know what I'm saying? So it's like one of them things where it's like, okay, if you're going to be that way, whether it's intentional or unintentional, because some people really don't know how to genuinely show love, so they don't even really think they're doing anything wrong, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like one of the things. And some people be just stuck in their own world and really don't want to have nothing to do with your world, or really don't like what's going on in your world. So it's just, but it just be like, I don't rock with a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? But one thing about it is, business wise, my business and personal totally separate. You know what I'm saying? I know how to separate the two, even if I do know both people, that even if I know them personally and business, I still know how to separate the two. So it's just like, that's just really how it go with me. Time is everything. You waste my time, you a dub. You waste my time one time, you already in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? You waste my time again, you definitely in the motherfucking red zone. So it's just like, I just don't like my time to be wasted,
That's something I learned a lot on this podcast, just from I've even had some of my friends, like, because sometimes, like, I'll tell people, like, yeah, so and so, they be like, how was your interview, or da da da. I'll be like, yeah, they ain't even show, or they ain't
Yeah, and I
even,
know you probably was like, yo, you was bullshit.
Oh nah, like, so I mean, I'm gonna talk my cash regardless, like, on anybody, just because, like, are she pushing? But for me, it's a difference between pushing it back, saying you still gonna do it, and then canceling it altogether. When you knew this was, especially when you cancel day up, I get beforehand, I get a couple days, something like that. But when you telling me that we had this locked in for, let's just say, a week, 2 weeks, maybe a few days or something like that, it makes me even more mad when you reached out to me.
Yeah.
You was excited. I didn't even, not to say that I wouldn't have, at some point reached out to da da da. But when you came to me eager, ready to be a part of my vision, my platform, and everything like that, and then can't have it, sheesh, I take it personal. Like,
I've been going through
this
that.
is
I
my
went through
brand.
that with my trucking company. You know what I'm saying? If people will reach out, they'll want to work. They work for like a week or two. All the little values and morals they had is out the window. They out the door. You know what I'm saying? Ain't don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just out of here. They just like, oh yeah, I'm not. So it's just like, man, people are just some people are opportunists. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta figure out the difference. And it's cool to be an opportunist if you just make sure if it's going on both ends.
Right.
If don't nobody need you, you know what I'm saying? If don't nobody need to use you, you're useless. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with being an opportunist as long as you're extending the hand on your end,
Right.
letting somebody else.
It got to be a two-way street every time, man.
You have to be the opportunity for somebody else if you're an opportunist. You feel me? So so that's really how that goes. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So something I'm thinking about right now, and it's even making me think about it more because you even just talked about the new fleet, the new trucks coming in, what you really want to collaborations, potential business things like that.
Yeah.
So it's the top of the year. We just got started. A lot of times,
my bad. Had to get this water.
Oh, no, you good. A lot of times when people think of the top of the year and stuff like that, they think of this is just the prime time. This is when the opportunity is coming. This is when I'm motivated, my drive and everything like that. But I know for you, it's not really like that. It's just something where, you're going to grind regardless, whether it's the top, the middle, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. I'm going hard 24/7. So what would you say is something that you're really looking forward to this year? Something that, whether it just be the club scene, whether it just be whatever you got going on, what are you really most looking forward? And even it could be something new. Are you about to even get into anything new? Because you do everything, man. So what you got going on?
I'm really trying to get a club. Like, well, I'm not trying to. I'm going to. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking for a spot right now, which is the hardest part. It's like, so that's really like my dream. That's something that I will wake up and want to do every day. Other stuff I don't want to wake up every day and do. I'm gonna be honest. But as a hustler and a millionaire, it's millionaires who have 20 different hustles. They might not even like 17 of them. They might only like 3. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to like all of them. You have to just have, I wouldn't even say like, you have to like it, but you don't have to love it. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of ways to make money, and every way is not going to be your favorite way. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a stream of income. You just want that residual coming in, whether you want to deal with it or not. You just doing what you need to do to have that residual come in. But everybody got something they're passionate about, 110%. Just like a rapper, you got rappers who really hate performing, but they still do it because it's freaking, it's revenue. You know what I'm saying? It's residual. Them shows is what keeps shit going. You know what I'm saying? They can't just sit you selling your streams ain't really enough money. The shows is really what pay. You know what I'm saying? So the rappers, they got certain shit they don't want to do. They don't like doing video drops and shit when a promoter book them, but you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that they really hate to do. They really hate that. It's like grinding gears. It's like, I paid you. Like, you're getting paid to do this. Like, why wouldn't you want to do something? So it's just like them things where you got 1,000 things you can do to make your money, but you ain't gonna like your last one of them. But the party shit, the club, like, I got it at the club. You know what I'm saying? That's something I'm gonna wake up and like, yeah, I'm just going to the club. I might just go to the club for fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just one of them things where I got to get my club, So
hey, we speak a lot of things into existence on
yeah,
this podcast, so it's already done, man.
yeah,
I'm excited
facts.
for it. I'm pulling up, grand
Yo,
opening, ribbon
yeah,
cut,
that's
whatever
what
we
I'm
doing.
saying. I'm talking like all the exotic cars, all the,
Come on
you know
now.
what I'm saying? All that is gonna be pulling up. Like, I'm talking like it's gonna
Wow.
be crazy. That's the type. The way I pull up to the club is how I want people to pull up my club. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on now.
So
That's a wrong.
that's really
That's
what
a
I'm
nah,
looking
nah.
forward to.
Now I'm weak about the now something that maybe the videos though. Nah, yo, them rappers be looking so miserable in
Yeah,
them videos.
they
Dog.
hate their life, like, for real. And it's just like all you need is like 30 seconds from them, and they act like you asking them to do something crazy
Right,
on the
the
video.
world, right?
Yeah, man.
Then they be forgetting the words, forgetting the
Yeah,
dates, locations,
yeah.
whatever.
The
Yeah,
only
come on,
rappers who
man.
aren't like that are rappers who were already hustlers before they was rappers, because they understand that video drop is a part of them getting paid, so they're not even going to rethink it. You know what I'm saying? When I booked Rich Homie, I had the video drop way ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? When I booked Mulatto, I had the video drop fast. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just different rappers. They just be on their high horse a little too much. You know what I'm saying? But everybody different. They will learn the hard way when they're not getting bookings, because when I book people, I be having at least 2 or 3 other people call me saying, can I put them in contact with them to book them for their city? You know what I'm saying? So you messing up your blessings by choosing not to do this, which is why when I'm doing business with somebody, I'm doing everything that needs to be done to complete that play. You feel what I'm saying? Whether I want to do it or not. That's what I signed up for in order for me to get paid, or whether I already got paid. It doesn't really matter. You just gotta do good business. That's how you really keep going. Can't nobody go and say, I didn't ever did nothing wrong to them, I done stole from them, I done did bad business. I didn't no. Any wrong thing I done did is because you deserved it. You know what I'm saying? That's really it. It wasn't because it was my fault. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you just gotta treat people not the way you want to be treated. Just treat people how they supposed to be treated. You feel me? So
It's right and wrong, man. It's more right and more. I definitely do feel that too, and it's crazy you say that because it's something that I think about so often is that how blessings can be blocked indirectly. You don't even
for
realize it.
sure.
Like you said, that it's people who they see your bookings, they see what you got going on, they know you do good business. Oh well, she got that. Let me call her, yo, da da da, da. And you just like, oh, well, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't work with so and so, and they not even
Nah,
really like
yeah,
all
because I
that.
don't want
All
nobody
that
else money or stuff to get
right, because at the end of the day,
yeah.
that's your word. That's your image. If I'm reaching out to you off the strength of yo, I know how you give it up. I know that you're gonna keep it real with me 100% of the
Mhm.
time. And you sugarcoat me or you BS me, and then I get a bad experience, and and you
Exactly.
mess with my money on top of that.
Yep.
Oh come on, no, hold on, you stirring a whole different
Yeah.
pot. But so
Yeah,
a
basically
lot of
that.
times, people, business owners, entrepreneur, create whoever the case may be, sometimes our lack of effort or just no effort at all, it's just like damn, you missed out on so many other things. You think you capitalizing in the moment,
Yeah.
but you could have capitalized here. You could have went here, there,
Facts.
everywhere. But instead, it all got situated, and you ain't even have to do nothing or say nothing. It was because of what you just had going on. So
Yeah.
that's so crazy for me, like
Yeah.
how you can just hit like that. So, what would you say that you have done up to date thus far? Like whether it just be involvement with the entrepreneurship, life lessons, and everything like that. With everything that you've been involved in and are currently involved in, what has really brought you the most value? What do you feel like has been of the most benefit to you?
I say, like, with everything I do, I still, make sure, people around me are good, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, even though it looks good, I have a lot of responsibilities, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of people I look out for, I got a lot of people I make sure straight, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, when it come down to it, just knowing you in that position to do this, that, and the third for a lot of people. Some people work for me, you know what I'm saying? I say work with me because I never try to even make somebody who work for me feel like, oh, I own them or nothing like that. Nah, we a team. At the end of the day, everybody gets treated as a team, no matter what role you play. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, just being able to do that, being able to help my family when I can't provide, do nice things, spend time, just being able to be that person, you know what I'm saying? It has its disadvantages too, sometimes, you get asked for a lot, and it's just one of them things where it just comes with what's going on, but it still brings, value to know that, you can help handle things, you know what I'm saying? I lost some close people to me in the past couple of years, so it's just like, whether it's filling a void, I lost my brother, you know what I'm saying? He got a lot of kids, so I try to be there for them as best as I can. They have great moms, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I try to be that second person. I can't be him, but I try to fill in as dude and help as much as I can. You feel me? Even though I don't have much time, because time is money. So it's like, if I'm gonna be the one who come through, when I come through, I ain't got the time. So it's just like, I try to do make time when I can make time for them, and hang out with them, this, that, and the third, even with my little brother too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of the things where, it's good to know that the kids know, they call they aunt, they got it, they cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what comes down to it, like what I really care about.
That's crazy, man. Just because, like, I know that just from following your journey, us rapping, just different things like that. But for me, like, yo, that I'm gonna just take a moment now. I'm gonna just give you flowers right now. I'm proud of you, man. Like, I done said it in we done rapped on social media, rapped in person, like, but from me to you, just to see, know the story, know the loss, know what it came with, know what the territory, know that everybody looking to you because you got it. And sometimes you ain't even really got it, but you gonna have them. So in a sense, I don't have it, but I got you. So at
Sometimes
the
I
end of
have
the
it,
day,
but it ain't for that.
right, like exactly. But the fact that I watched the role model that you are to the kids, to your brother's kids, to your little brother, everything. I watch how you take them out. I watch how you had them ride in the cars, how you doing the homework with them, bringing them to the crib. Showing them really what's going on, life skills at the
Yeah,
same
they be
time.
saying what's going on. Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
man, I love that just
Yeah,
because a lot of times, especially the youth, bro, they pay attention, they see everything, they really
yeah.
watch everything, whether they
That's
speak
right.
on it, whether they can articulate it, they always looking, they always watching, so they pay attention to things like that. And a lot of people cannot be in the opportunities and positions that we're in. I'm blessed to be able to, be able to support my family, be able to support friends and people close to me
Facts.
when I can. A lot of people cannot do that, and a lot of people who do have that, outlet, that platform, whatever, they don't do it.
Yeah,
A lot of
it's
times
true.
we see people just so and so, so and so, so and so, not not getting the support, and you find out, oh, that's so and so people's, or that's it, but he doing all of this stuff, but he ain't even giving back to his own
Yeah,
family, or
no,
this.
that's
So
facts.
it's just like, but
Like,
at the end of the day,
a lot
look,
of
I
people
don't get
like,
nobody business or nothing like that. Life is life, but at the end of the day, if you can just be in that position and still be able to fulfill those roles, that's a blessing, man. So for me to you, for everything that you got going on, for everything that you continue to do, man, keep it going. I'm proud of you. I love to see it, even from
so
afar, like even
I gotta
from,
keep
like I said, from the time we met, we done came a long way from ECU, from them house parties,
nah,
the rec
facts
parties,
though,
the
yeah.
armory,
Roommates,
fairgrounds, whatever you want to call it, man. Like,
roommates and stuff, and just
come on, man.
like, small bedrooms and common areas and shit.
Come on, man. Like shared
For
space
real,
type joints, like
for
every day,
real,
communal showers and all of that. Come on, yo,
for
like
real.
crazy. And
Yeah.
now we here really getting it. So I love that, man. So before we wrap things up, before I tell people where they can tap in with you at and follow the journey and everything like that, do you feel like there's anything we haven't touched on today? Any message that you want to leave for the people out there, fellow entrepreneurs in the space, fellow people just grinding, trying to get to it, anything like that?
Shoot, only thing I really tell people, man, shoot, if you want it, you gonna get it. And for people who tired, shoot, you can be tired and stay in the same position, or you can be tired and be up. You know what I'm saying? Or aspire to be up. Either way it go, it's people every day doing things to get to their next level. The only thing is just really consistency. You just gotta be consistent. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, don't nothing really come overnight, and if it do, it's too good to be true. It's not right. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
So it's just like
man,
one of
put
the
that,
things.
yeah.
Consistency gonna take you there. And you gonna feel a whole lot. But when the wins start outweighing them losses, you gonna have losses sometimes, but it's gonna be so many wins, you ain't even gonna be worried about it. So it's still worth it at
Right.
the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
So
Come on now, nobody perfect. Life ain't never gonna be smoke and mirrors. You can never win them all. But when you win it and when them wins so
when the wins so
monumental and
high,
them
them losses only gonna bring you down just a little bit. That's it, just a little bit.
Come on now.
Yeah,
That's just how it goes. So yeah, so for everybody, looking to tap in with you, looking to whether it be a collaboration, whether it just be to show love, whether it just be to really see about the journey, really see everything that you have going on and potentially become a part of it. Where can we reach you as far as social media, websites, everything like that? What's the best
yeah.
way to get in contact
Well,
with
I
you?
need to get a website. That's another thing I need to do. I've been procrastinating on that. I think I'd like a multi-website where they can go in there and I guess like go to all my business stuff, so it can just be
Yeah,
one website. So I need
yeah.
to do that. But other than that, I really mainly got like Instagram. So it's like JASSCLUTCH 24, like Jass Clutch, like the word clutch is Jass, JSS 24 on Instagram. And on there, that's when like you can see everything else, you know what I'm saying? Like the promotion, all that, cars, the truck and stuff. You know, you can tap in if you want to, ask me anything you want to. People hit me up a lot, and I try to help them the best I can. I'm not no Hollywood person. I'm not no too good, too bushy. That ain't even me. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who want to reach out can reach out whenever they want to. You know what I'm saying? So that's really about it.
That's a
If you want
fact.
to
Come
come to
on,
my
man.
parties, let me know. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now. She done came on, gave the gym. She got a little bit of everything for all the different crowds, man. So from me to y'all, I'm really telling y'all, tap in with her. It's definitely, even if it's nothing more than somebody who could, point you in the right direction or something, give you, her story,
So,
her path, work for her. She done already did that today. She done already dropped different gems and just different, secrets of the trade and stuff like that that has been able to propel her to success and where she's at. And look, I don't know how many of y'all tapping in gonna know her or not, but if y'all know, like I know, y'all need to tap in with Jass.
for
I'm telling
sure.
you. 'Cause I was trying to tap in. I was trying to tap in with her the other day with the fleets, and she was just like, "Yo, like I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like this, it's a lot going on. But at the end of the day, why I said that is just because she's always gonna put somebody in position. Always, if she can help out, if she can, and it even should tell you by her answer. She said, "You don't work for me, you work with me. That's a team. Pay attention to things like that. It's just small stuff like that, small characteristics, small little words, and just how you play things."
Right.
Is how you really know about a person,
Yeah,
their personality, what they doing, and what they got going on. So, Jass, I appreciate you popping
for
on here
sure.
today, man. Don't even worry about the time. We made it happen regardless. We
For
popped on here, we
sure.
made it
Yeah,
happen.
we did, man. I
Wishing,
appreciate you.
yeah, man.
Thank you for having me. You know what I'm saying?
So come
So
on, man. I'm excited.
yeah.
I need to know. Once you get the club, just let me know what date. I'm there.
Nah,
I'll be on the
fast.
way.
We
I
can do
already
the
know it's.
podcast at the club. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
come on now, live in the
Yeah,
booth.
we
I'll
can go
buy a
live in
booth,
the club.
record my own joint. Yeah, come
We're
on.
going live in the
So yeah.
club.
Say less. So yeah, but nah,
So
truly appreciate you, man. Definitely proud of you. Definitely wishing you, nothing but success, blessings for you, for the family, for the children, everything, man. And obviously
yeah, man.
hoping that I'm definitely knowing, but hoping that from this interview, some collaborations come, some
Nah, for
partnerships come, we
sure.
get some new
Yeah, we
people
can
going,
talk. We can talk for sure.
and we really gonna make it happen. So yeah,
Yep.
for everybody who continues to tap in, appreciate y'all. Always, definitely much love. This has been another episode of the Down to Business podcast here with Tamar Turner.